welcome to another episode of the Culture Shift Podcast. We got my boys AJ Productions. We got my boy JD. Of course, it's Uno J. And our topic today is trauma. So I want to ask you guys, AJ, of course, AJ Productions, of course, and JD, what is trauma to you guys, or how is because you guys know a lot about trauma. So like, what do you see in the trauma, like in the environment that you guys work at? Because also, yes, they work at Grow Community, which is also a mental health therapist.
He got to shout us out.
So yeah, oh yeah, but yes, please, let
Yeah,
us know.
definitely. Yeah, shout out Grow, man, the greatest community, in Chicago.
Facts.
Right.
So what trauma means to me is trauma is our identity, right? Like trauma shapes who we are as people because we form our trauma from childhood, which we covered that. I talked about a little bit in the previous episodes.
Yes, you did.
But it shapes who we are, and that's what makes us triggered. That's what makes us fond of things. That's what it builds our whole background. So trauma is the overall picture of our character, the intersectionality of us, if you want to bring in technical terms.
Yes, Dr. Jones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely, it's just like the negative triggers that happen as far as like, any like point in our life, and it's stored inside our brain. And so like when something happens and anything can be the trigger, and it just goes right back to that memory, that negative memory that happened with us, and then we have a reaction out of that. And it could be like a physical reaction, or it could be like a mental reaction as far as like a feeling. So it's always going to be triggered by like emotion is going to come next.
Okay, I'm glad. So I had another question about that.
Cool.
So speaking on that, how do you kind of like, what are some triggers for trauma?
Some triggers for trauma?
Yeah, like say for instance, somebody says like that's my trigger. You ever heard that you talk to somebody say that's my trigger? Don't do that. Like you guys know, like, cause you guys deal with this a lot. So are there any triggers that you see in your clients or that
You mean like common?
common? Yeah, just common triggers.
Okay.
Did you mean common, or you mean like what could that trauma stem from? Like what could have happened to make that a trigger?
It could be both. Like say for instance, somebody says I have anger. So something like I don't know.
Which one would you want us to answer?
Okay, which one? Okay, I'll say what it stems from. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, JD, he the expert, so I will let you go ahead. You got it.
So, well, like when I say like common, so like we have like a lot of things as far as like war babies. Then that's like a term. It's not a scientific term. But as far as like what war babies are, can be like as far as like some people like are in poverty, and they just like experience things as far as like being on the battlefield, like war soldiers. And that could just be like the gunfire. That can be things as far as like not feeling safe. That could be things as far as like not having like any shelter. That could be things like being abused, and it could be physically or emotionally, and things of that sort that has like definitely like stigmas as far as like a war veteran. And the thing is, as far as like the war veteran, they're in this in their war, but then they get to come home, and sometimes their mind is still in that war because, like I said, it's stored inside your brain. So it's not like you could just turn it off. And as far as like with war babies, with people in poverty, it's never ending. It's never ending. It's always there. So then they have those effects that they're just walking around, and they're not right. They're mentally ill.
So what are some ways to cope with that? Like, some ways to cope or heal with those type of triggers?
Okay. Definitely a lot of therapy,
Okay.
and it's gonna take consistent sessions. It's gonna take consistent individual sessions as well as probably group sessions too, to talk about it like more extensively. And definitely like anything that's helps that individual as far as like could be like family. You want to have like times where they're relaxed. So that's what I mean, like as far as like family. So it has to be a time where they're relaxed, so that those man, I can't even think, like those brain patterns that's going as far as like put you in that fight or flight mode. It has to be things as far as like with brain waves to like combat that, so that when they feel like at peace. So that's gonna like combat those brain waves. and then that will help them get better over time, and they'll build a habit.
Okay. So another question I have is, what if somebody is scared of therapy and they don't know about mental health? What are some things that they should do to like get prepared or ask about or get educated on?
I'm gonna let my boy AJ answer this one.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. This is the thing. It's a vast amount of the black population that does not seek therapy because culturally we don't see it as something that helps us. So somebody has to want it. Somebody has to, in order to solve a problem, you have to identify what the problem is. And you have to figure, well, do I want to fix it or do I just want to live with it? Which is already a catastrophic way of thinking. So in order to resolve that problem, you have to understand like, okay, well, I need therapy. You know, a lot of black families, they don't think they need it. You know, and that's what's hurting us as a whole race. Like, it's so many people out here that's mentally ill or that have trauma and they end up losing their life because of it when they could have fixed it.
Right.
You know, now not saying that therapy works 100% of the time, you know, I mean, but there also are a million different types of therapy. So,
Well, I'm glad you said that. So, what do you think about people that use therapy, like drugs as therapy?
well, if you're using a vice, this is what I was taught, transitioning to a therapist. So once you don't have your vice no more, then what do you resort to? You have nothing else to resort to. So that's gonna turn back into that anger. That's gonna turn back into that intense emotion that you felt, not because you don't have your vice. You don't have your coping mechanism. So you don't have the proper skills to, you know, divert whatever happened.
It's true. So, okay, say for instance, like you know, Tay Keith, he passed away from I guess overdosing, or as well as Juice World. In their cases, you know, everybody sees that they have money or that they're successful. What are some ways to like, I guess, show people that hey, if they're having a problem, they need to speak out. I know they might do it in their music or do it through their music, but if that's not their only source of therapy, what's another way to like, you know, get them?
Wow. And it's funny you bring, because, you know, I'm operating technically as the music therapist. So
That's right.
the thing, so, but
right.
it also has to be a dual modality because a lot of guys, a lot of clients that I get, the mic is their only outlet of expression. So they don't know how to talk to anybody else. It was an interview of a young dude I seen, and he was like, boy, who I'm supposed to talk to? He mad. I talk to the mic. He don't nobody get me like the mic get me. What I'm talking to you for? You know, so a lot of young guys feel like that because they don't understand what love is. And they, you know, and back to, that relates right back to the trauma. You know, they trusted people in their life that hurt them and destroyed their character. So now they put up a wall, and the mic, since the mic is an inanimate object they can speak to and get their pain out, they feel secure, they feel safe. Now they feel that love again. So they don't know how to get that from other people. So it goes back to, so to directly answer your question, they have to be seeking those skills, you know, just like we just said, you know, they got to
Okay.
be seeking for it.
So I want to speak also about, so with your music therapy, what have you seen in some of your clients? So from the first day, and like say week 6, what have you seen some changes in them?
You know what? A lot of guys, they start to become more vulnerable because they bring down that guard. Like, you don't have to be this tough guy. And I always make them feel comfortable. Like, bro, this is what I tell my clients. And, you know, if y'all know me, y'all know this. You can talk about what everybody else is talking about in drill music, you know, all the killing and all the, you know, the unnecessary jazz, but nobody can tell your story like you. So you need to talk about you. You have raw emotions and you have raw feelings that you don't talk about. So we need to get that out in your music. So the more they get that out, the more they feel comfortable, the more they feel masculine, like they regained their power. That's the biggest thing that I want them to do, regain your power. So now you can go out in the work field, you can work with others. Now you can be open in a relationship. Like, I've seen guys improving their relationships. Like I said, the workspace, improve with their parents, you know,
That's
just
dope.
off building that rapport with me and opening up.
So JD, what about you? What's your clients? What have you seen from like week 1 or to like week 6? What are some successful things you've seen?
As far as like with music,
No, well, just not music, because I know that's not really
Okay.
what you do. But like
Okay.
just in general, like with your clients, like
so mostly like I would say with the adult clients that I serve, I will see like more progress because mostly with the adult clients they that I serve, they choose to go into therapy. So they already walk in knowing that it's things that they have to change, and I just have to allow them to be open. Well, I have to tell them to be open minded or ask them to be open minded about certain things that I might notice that is going around and that's happening within their lives that's creating this circle that they keep on repeating the same mistakes and everything. And I'm like, okay, that's it right there. That's the trigger, or that's what's causing you to repeat these same mistakes. Is that sometimes it's their thinking, or sometimes it's their actions. And then like we cut certain things off, and then we were gonna see that progress in their lives. Now you said by like six weeks.
Oh yeah, just the progression in general. Just an example.
So we'll say 6. So 6 weeks. What's that about? That's about 2 months. About in 2 months, they're able to recognize the problem, and then they're able to begin like creating steps to like try to treat the problem so that it won't keep happening. But of course, it's not something that's gonna be like completed, but they at least are like they at least recognize what that problem is though, or what those problems are in those 2 months.
So can you explain like what's the difference like between kids and adults for their therapy?
Yeah.
Because I know you do a different thing for kids and adults.
Right. So mostly with the kids, they're reluctant like at the start. They're like, "What is this? Who are you?" It could be like that stranger danger type thing. And then I coming over there, I got a smile on my face and everything. So most of the times they're like, okay, I seen my friends go with him and I know that he's a cool guy. I know I want to like see where they go or what they do. And it's like with kids, it's like this fascination type thing. It's this curiosity type thing. And then they're all like entangled into like the whole world of like, okay, where are we going? What are we doing? And then once I actually introduce them into the work that we have to do, then it's like, oh, nah, wait, hold on. I got to change. I got to do certain things. And it's like, then it's like a little bit of friction involved. It's a little bit pull and tug. And that's where that comes from. But like as far as like, and then it takes a little longer with the kids after that because, kids, they want to do what they get away with. So as long as they get away with something, then they don't feel like they have to change. So sometimes it's something that I have to, most of the times, like with kids, it's system. It's more so than that individual. I have to like break down the system. I have to break down like the teachers. I have to break down like the parents. I have to break down like see what's going on with the communication to why the cause is that kid's behavior. Or what's the effect of that kid's behavior, So there's more things I got to do with that. But like with adults, it's like, all right, I can see what's going on. I could talk to them. They're ready. They're pouring out and everything. I could talk to different people too. Sometimes like their wife, their girlfriend, they'll tell me certain things, and I learn certain because adults they don't tell you everything.
Right.
They don't tell you.
They
Of
don't.
course not. It is. So you got you find out certain things. Sometimes I have a girlfriend. Come in the office, they're like, nah, she good. I'm like, nah, come in. I'm like, nah, come here. I put another seat down. And then I'll just sit back and let them talk. And then sometimes they'll argue and everything like that. I'll just look at them, and I'm seeing body language, and I'm seeing like, what are they saying to each other. The girl might be like, did you skip breakfast today? Dude, like, oh my God. Ask me about some dang breakfast. I eat breakfast. Man. I ate breakfast.
Man, I ate, man. Did you eat?
I'm
See?
like, dang.
Get me up out of here.
I'm like, bro, just chill. It was a simple question. Simple. Did you eat breakfast? Like, why is that triggering? Why is you had that response? And I let her go out. I'm like, did you just see how you reacted? He was like, what? I said, you just got all angry and frustrated off of a simple sentence. I said, if I asked you that, would you have the same response? He's like, no. And I'm like, yeah, so why was that so triggering when your girlfriend asked you that, who's someone that you see every day? You don't know, man. It's just hard.
Oh, my God.
It's just hard. And then at the end, when we finished talking about it, and he's like, man, I didn't know I did that. and then they sometimes start breaking down crying because they like just don't like realize like where it's coming from, and they're like, man, like what's going on? Is this something with me? Is it with her? And then now this is something that I feel like I gotta explore with her. So it's like really dope with the adults sometimes to just like sit down and just watch that.
Yeah. So I also want to bring to light that you guys also spend time with them. So like you guys, you AJ and JD, y'all have outlets for the kids as well as your adults too. So can you kind of explain about like the outlets that you guys do for them?
Man.
Oh, you got to talk about the main one. Oh man.
Man, we had one outlet. And we was like, me and AJ was like, all right. The kids, they love hooping. We play basketball with them every Saturday, but it's like a small court, and we only playing it like with each other, and we're outside on top of that. So we're like, so they always ask us, is it somewhere else that we can go hoop? And we're like, yeah, we can go to the Croc Center. And then we're looking at the kids like, oh yeah, he'll be cool. And we're like, oh man, we got a black sheep.
Yeah, always that one, right?
Yeah, we're like, oh man. Well, maybe he won't come that Saturday, and we'll be able to take all the other kids and everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And sure enough, he came that Saturday, and we was like, should we still go? Mm-hmm. And then AJ was like, yeah, we gotta go. We gotta give him a chance. So I was like, that's right. We do have to give him a chance.
Man.
Even though like we knew it's a high percent of what's gonna happen, but we have to give him a chance.
Right.
Everybody gets a chance. We all have free will. So we get down there. I have everybody, I believe, in my car, and I believe he's riding with AJ. Mm-hmm. So he's riding with AJ, and we get there. We give him the prep talk. We're like, hey, man, we've been here once before. You weren't here. But this is what we learned when we were here. Is one guy, he's big, about 6'4", 6'3", and he's big, too. And he's like... He always starting with somebody on the opposite team. He's like, you trash. You can't do this. You can't do that. And the minute that somebody else says something to him, he starts arguing with them. And then it gets to a point where he like, all right, let me call so-and-so up here. Let me call somebody up here. And then somebody like that we had witnessed him that he had a gun. So it was like, oh, censoring. Can we say that?
Yeah. We
censoring.
can say it, yeah.
So he had it on him.
Okay, right. Yeah, he had that thing.
So he had that. Yeah. So like we was like, all right. So we had got everybody out of there, and everything like that. And then we was like, but we never saw it though. That's just like what was like said to us. So this is the next time kids there, and we're like, all right, everybody, just be cool. Just be cool. You don't gotta say nothing to nobody. We just gonna go out there. We're gonna ball out. We're gonna have some fun. I talked to the kid. AJ talked to the kid. Everybody else talked to the kid. Everybody was cool. It was cool. Like I was like, all right. He was asking, while we was waiting and everything. So we finally get to our game. Long story short, we're playing the game and everything. It's an intense competitive game. We all scoring, coming down. Everybody's talking. And, the big dude, he talking. He trying to say stuff to me. He said that I'm not good. I was like, okay, we gonna see.
Whatever.
Yeah, like all right. So
regular.
I'm trying to be that good example. Like, hey guys, even though people say stuff to me too, I don't have to say anything back. I can laugh with them. So that's what that was. So it gets to like a point where it's a time clock. I think it's like it's down a minute. One of our teammates throws the ball to the other team when they're trying to pass it to AJ. He can't do a 360 and then reach all the way back here and grab the ball.
Oh my God. Like, okay. He thought I was Superman.
I was like, what? And we was up. All we had to do is like really just hold the ball. We was up. We was up. So then they get the ball, they go down, and then somebody steps out of bounds, or the ball goes out of bounds. So we're ready. So I'm like, check. They inbound the ball from outside, from out of bounds, and then they score. And then they were like trying to say that they counted that. I'm like, no, you don't count that. Like you can't. Who is no ref? You can't just inbound the ball to your teammate. You got to check it up at the top.
Yeah.
Especially as game point. What we doing? Wait, what we do that at? So everybody's arguing and everything. I'm not letting it go because we just now got in the court. We was waiting for like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Like listening to everything. They playing radio on phone them radio.
Right, on phone and radio. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Like I ain't never heard this station ever before in my life. On phone them radio.
Radio. I'm like, oh,
We
wait,
had
oh,
a hits and we had a jams.
oh.
I'm like, what? I'm like, what is we listening
Nah,
to?
bro.
What type of ratchetness is going on here? And they,
Yeah, they turned up. Right.
I'm like, hold on.
8.1. Oh, no. Hey, we
like,
got to leave, JD. I ain't, you know,
Nah, bro.
I ain't got that thing. I ain't carried that
I
thing.
ain't got it on me. Putting on shiesties and all. We hooping.
Yeah, right,
You,
no.
how you breathing?
No, man, they different.
How
They
you
different.
breathing? So like, yeah, so it's all that going on. We arguing. I'm like, yo, we going down. They're like, no, we ain't going back down. I'm like, yo, we going down. Like, I ain't trying to hear what you trying to say. They was like, nah, I put that on. And you know, they putting it on everybody. Everybody but God.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. And then one of my the kids, he had gotten riled up, I guess, while I was talking to them. And he started telling the kids, like the other guys, like saying like how they were broke, how they poor, how they ain't got nothing. Look what you wearing, look at what you hooping in. You know, saying you look like Fred Flintstone and everything like that. Saying all types of jokes, just like going in. So
bro.
I got other kids that's trying to calm him down, and then he's getting mad at them trying to calm him down. And now I notice what's going on. I'm like, yo, you know, chill out. Like I'm starting to argue. It's like, okay, now it's not about the basketball game anymore. I got to put my therapist hat on, and I got to see what's going on here.
Yep.
Like what's going on with this kid? Because like, why is he like all riled up now? So I'm like, I'm trying to tell him to calm down, and I hear one of the guys talking about a car. I'm like, wait, hold on. You don't even drive this so-and-so car. I'm like, wait, hold on.
Yep. He outed us.
I'm like, wait, hold on, what? I was like, how does he know what car we pulled up?
Both of them, too.
Yeah.
At that, both of them.
Wow. He said both of y'all?
Yeah.
Yes, bro. Drag both of us in there.
Yeah. Like, said what car we pulled up in, and y'all ain't got no money and all that, and what car y'all? And then I'm like, oh, nah, see, it's time to go. So now I'm not saying nothing. I'm saying, like, everybody get y'all stuff. We finna head to the locker room. Finna get all our stuff so we can get out of here. So now, but coincidentally, since we waited so long, it's closing time. So I'm trying to beat them before they go out.
Right.
So we're not going out at the same time. But of course, the kids, man, you see how they was talking, man. They putting their stuff on like extra slow. So we getting our stuff, and I got to make sure that they everybody got they clothes and everything that we left out in. So we leave out, and sure enough, they trailing right behind us. They're like, all right, you know. And what was crazy is as we're leaving out, it's a lady outside.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's a lady outside.
Crazy.
And she was saying something to the guys. And as we were leaving out, we just hear like, and they ended up like, I don't know if they punched her or smacked her, but it was in the face. And this was an old lady. And I went up to her. I was like, what? Like, what happened? And she was like, they hit me. And she was crying. And she couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, it's getting reckless. It's getting a little reckless
I
up
said,
there.
these guys, they don't care. They on some other stuff. So we walked to the car real smooth because we had parked our cars together, and they behind us, trailing us. It was like, oh, that's what they driving in? Okay. But that ain't even the big one. That's the little one.
Yeah, he like, you ain't got the truck.
You
Yeah,
got
you got the car.
yeah. So then my kids, they know me. They're like, hey, Mr. Jordan, you want to tell them that you got that too? I was like, no. Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes, bro.
Bro, they was tripping.
Yes. I was like, get in
my
the
God.
car. Get in the car. You want a one-on-one on how to get robbed?
Right.
Like, what? You see how many dudes it is and they don't got no respect for your grandma?
You know what I'm saying? They just, come on, bro.
Like what?
I ain't
Let
gonna say
them
it on
talk.
camera.
Let them talk. Let them say whatever they want to say, so we can get out here safe and sound. And yeah, that was the last time we were there.
Wow.
So as far as like your question, you know, our outings, you know, with the kids, we try to have a great time. We try to do a lot of things with them. We try to like, you know, build that like camaraderie, collaboration, and everything with the kids. But it's just like sometimes when we go into like other spaces besides our community, then that's when things get muddied up as far as like because they don't have the same values.
So you think if those kids that were causing those issues were in therapy as well, it would have been a different outcome?
Possibly, but the thing is, the black sheep that I talked about, he's in therapy.
It's a 50-50, right? That's what I'm just finna say. It's
So
a
he
50-50.
so he kind of escalated that event.
Yeah, definitely escalated.
Yeah, he kicked that off.
Yeah.
Even though with the guy that always causes problems, like you think if he has some different, I guess, things to cope with his whatever, calling people out, trying to get them angry so that he can engage in, I guess, fighting them or saying something to them. You think if he had like some different ways to cope with his triggers, then that way something different would have happened?
He wasn't even the dude that was causing the most ruckus.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
he
crazy
wasn't?
thing. Yeah, it wasn't even him.
I thought it
It
was
was a
him.
whole nother dude. He just jumped in, and it was just everybody just collided. It was like 300.
Oh.
Like it was just like everybody just collided. I'm like, okay, it's time to roll. Yeah, like y'all, and man, look, I lit him up when we got in that car. I ain't gonna lie. Oh man, I got on him, boy.
He did.
You know, but the thing is, it's a good teaching moment. Like sometimes in therapy, I like when negative things happen so that you can learn from it because now we can weigh the risk of your action.
That's right.
Like, what do you think would have happened? He like, no, I ain't, I only said that because I ain't think he was going to say. I say, first of all, you don't know these people. You don't know who they know. You don't know what they got. And you don't know what they got to lose. That's the most important part.
No, that's
they
true.
can do anything to you, me, or it don't matter how many of us it is. We can be outnumbered. So I'm like, you need to think about that. I'm like, see, and that's how, like, I understand the neighborhood that you growing up in, and I didn't grow up in a better neighborhood. That's how I understand the dynamic, and I can teach you. Like, I done seen dudes lose their life for less than that. So I'm like, you not no different. So I was like, so what do you think is gonna happen if something would have happened to you? What all would you have lost in that situation? Like, first of all, and then do you think that our company, we would still be at our company if something happened to you? Me and JD together. Like, boy, I lit him up. That's the nice version of what I said. I didn't curse. I know if if you know, but we not violating HIPAA or anything. But
That's right.
I didn't curse. I didn't take it there, but it was a teaching lesson. Because sometimes you can take that therapist hat off and be big bro. Man, I should choke you up, boy. In your head,
He needed that.
Yeah.
He needed that for
Yeah,
sure.
and he listened. He
Yeah.
calmed down. For, but so to answer the question, yeah, we do have outlets, but some of them you can't give them that outlet. A lot of them don't mesh well with other kids, and that's what the problem is. A lot of adults don't mesh well with other adults.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to ask the question, but you guys kind of answered it. But so does trauma lead to growth?
Absolutely, trauma is a road to growth because if you understand what's hurting you, then you can learn how to combat it, right? Like, say for instance, like I know JD used this example, but if somebody's on the court and they steady getting you with the same move over and over, this dude gonna go left every single
Every
time.
time, yeah.
So okay, now that's my trauma. That's symbolic of my trauma. So how can I combat that? What can I do to stop him from getting to his left? Okay, well I need to beat him there so that he can't go left. So that's how you combat it. You got to figure out a solution for that problem. So that's the road to growth. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit. So I don't know if y'all agree with this, but I say unhealed trauma is the reason why we have toxic people. I think that trauma and toxic kind of lead hand in hand. I don't know if y'all agree with that, but I think so. I feel like toxic relationships is just somebody that, didn't deal with their trauma well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all love when we talk about these relationships. I don't know why, but we back again for y'all for part 2. All right? Yes, but
Yeah.
absolutely, those people that don't deal with their trauma, they end up. You know what's crazy, bro? A lot of people that's been harmed in the most extreme way. You know, I won't say because we on YouTube, but they've been harmed in the most extreme way. They become promiscuous and they become untrusting of others. So now you wondering why your guy won't stay committed to you or vice versa. Your girl don't, you know, because they don't trust people, you know, and the person they did trust or somebody they thought they were supposed to trust, you know, destroyed that trust. So they can't trust nobody. So I'm not finna stay committed to you. Like, nah, forget that. You know, especially like girls who get hurt by male figures early on in their life.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, that creates the toxic relationship because the dude, you know, hurt people hurt people.
That's right.
You know. And like I said before, you know, you only can attract your equal. You know, you are who you're with. So you damaged too. You know.
And it's a thing called trauma bonding too.
That is
Right.
true. I was gonna ask about that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a thing called
Yeah,
trauma,
trauma
bonding.
bonding.
Like people that's hurt together on like ground zero, and they find like comfort into like saying like, oh wow, you struggle with this, I struggle with this, and let's talk about how we struggle with this together. And instead of like making each other like get better and getting treatment, they stay on the same level and resort to like things that's like damaging each other. And they don't get better unless it's one person that like goes outside of that trauma bond and say, okay, I'm gonna go to like therapy or I'm gonna go to like somewhere for like resources and everything like that. And then once they get better and that person's still down below, person down below is gonna try to bring them back down. They're not gonna try to come back up. And it's always like that. It's like the person that you trauma bonded with, once you leave that situation, whether it be the male or the female, and that other person isn't ready to leave, they're not gonna come back up. And it's so like people think that, okay, yeah, we're together and everything. Since I'm up, I can bring them up too. But the thing is, it's everybody's journey. It might not be that person's like decision to like want to come up right now. So you can't like just pull them up all the time, especially like in trauma, because it's something that's like withholding them back.
Wow. That reminds me of that show Dexter.
Dexter the
Yeah, the person that, you know.
yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah, you talking about Dexter? What Dexter?
Oh, Dexter, the one that he was like not a police officer, but he was like a crime
blood spatter.
blood spatter.
Yeah.
You ever seen that show?
No, I ain't seen that.
You ain't seen
I
that?
got something new to watch. Nah, I ain't never seen that before.
Yeah,
Well, how do I explain what he was? It's like, so
he was blood splatter.
yeah, but like
analyst.
how did he get to, like, I forgot how he got to that.
Oh, it was when he was about like a real tender age. He witnessed a murder. I think it was his mother that got killed, and I believe it was. Oh yeah, it was his mother, and I believe it might have been his father too. But like I know that he witnessed them getting killed, and then it was a police officer that saw that he witnessed the murder and everything like that, and he was just like, okay. And the police officer was like, okay, you know, he's growing up. He likes to like torture animals and do things with animals. So he was like, okay, he's growing up a little weird.
Oh man, okay.
He was like, all
different.
right. He was like, instead of like showing him like what to do as far as like, hey, we're gonna try to be normal. He was like, okay, we're gonna embrace your abnormality. And like, since you like to do these things, let's do it like in a way that's acceptable to you know, normal standards. And I'll take you hunting, so that you can like learn how to shoot animals. Or I'll take you here so that, or I'll do this with you so that you can, you know, learn how to like, you know, want to chop them up or something like that, so that we can eat them. You know, and things that's like butcher shop. So things that, you know, that people can still do without it
okay.
being weird.
Right.
But that person wanted to take it a step further, and he was like, "This is cool and all, but I'm not getting my high. I'm not getting my high. I still need something else."
Oh man.
And then
Man,
he was
a
like, "I
killer.
think I need to kill a person."
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, lock him up. No, lock him up
Yeah.
immediately.
So now go ahead with what you were saying. Now that was the backstory.
So yeah, so when he started, you know, doing what he did, but he chose to only do it to people that actually did it multiple times, like serial people. So he would go through and he would find, like, investigate the case and find out who did this, and like go deep in depth about it. Find out their name, find out where they live, everything. And then as soon as they did it, I mean, he literally like drove up to them, and they wouldn't even know it was him. But at the time when he did catch them, he would put them like on a table or something and ask them like what did they do, and try to say like they did a sin.
Yeah.
And then he would do what he did.
Okay, then.
And then he would solve the case, and everybody said, "Oh man, you did such a great job," not knowing that it was him that did it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I found out what happened. Yeah, you did it. I'm sure you did.
And he got away with it through every season.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then he had like later on in the show, he started like getting relationships with like other women, and some of the women did the same thing he did. So that was a trauma bond. They were like, you know, I like what you do, you like what I do, and we can't tell nobody. So he thought he could trust somebody. But then like they wanted to get closer. They wanted to start doing like seeing his whole they wanted to spend more time with him. And he wasn't ready to do that.
That sounded like the show You. Well, that started in like season 2. I don't know if y'all seen that or
I
not.
seen you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope. That sounded like You.
Yeah.
You know, he had finally got that woman, and she was just like he was. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
And same thing though, like they couldn't trust each other
Right.
because they both, you know. Yeah,
Yeah, they do their thing.
Yeah.
They do their thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much that's basically the trauma bond thing doesn't work. That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah, nah, that's
Big-
Well, you know what? I got a question then. Have
Oh.
y'all ever trauma bonded with anybody?
No, but I seen a relationship that did that, where I was
Okay. What about you, JD?
nah. I mean, you know, cause
Yeah, he got to hit the memory bank. You know, he'll hit us later. Matter of fact,
nah, I actually like I take a lot of journeys. Like my longest journey was a year before I like got into another relationship because I always like try to like heal myself first before I like get into like a relationship or anything like that. So yeah, if it's like a significant relationship and I end that, yeah, like I just don't date or nothing like that, and
Okay.
just so that I won't hurt anybody or anything like that. Now I have still like hurt someone, and I'm like, okay, well, it's not that time to come off yet. So and I was like, okay, I still need some time to heal and everything. So I do have those practices so that I don't trauma bond.
so this the thing. Since we all have trauma on us, how do you know when you trauma bonding?
How do I know when okay, so when I'm talking about like anything that's negative and we're able to talk in depth about it, and then I feel like we're getting closer based on negative experiences, that's a red flag.
Yeah,
That's a
I
red
agree.
flag. That shouldn't be the case. When we like bond with someone, it should be like on like-minded things like that we have in common. So like I should be like, oh, you play basketball. Oh, you like watching movies. Oh, I like to do that too. It shouldn't be like, oh, you like hurting people. Oh, you like cursing at people. Oh, you like demeaning people. Oh, I like to do that too. It shouldn't. See, that's negative. Those are toxic traits.
Right, right.
So like, it shouldn't be a thing where you can like say, okay, we had toxic traits together. Negative and a negative is never going to equal a positive. So that's why you can like kind of realize like, oh, we might not be good for each other.
Yeah, somebody, it's funny because somebody was talking to me about this a while ago, and I was like, you know what? Describe your relationship to me, because I don't know why a lot of people want to come to me and talk to relationships about me. I'm like,
right.
I don't know, bro. But I'm like, okay, so you having issues with this guy and everything. Describe your relationship. She like, well, I mean, he came from this and I came from that and everything, and and we got together based upon that. That was our common interest. Like we both came from broken homes. I was like, is that necessarily a positive thing? Like, I was like, I don't think that's something that y'all should have coped on or bonded based upon.
Right.
She was like, well, no, I mean, well then give me examples of something that would be good. Then I'm like, okay, well y'all both into business. Like, okay, you want to invest in your own salon, or he wants to invest in his own barbershop. Like y'all think alike, in terms of building a future. Not y'all think alike as far as how y'all been hurt. Like
Right in the past.
y'all are trauma bonding.
Yeah.
And I was like, you probably that's probably not gonna go good for you. You know what I mean? Like, And it's crazy because people don't realize they trauma bonding with somebody because we don't have that education.
That's right.
It's like I just talked about in the community. We don't have that education. So we think,
right.
oh, this person been hurt, I've been hurt, we can heal together.
Yep.
Not knowing y'all gonna destroy each other together.
That's right.
You know.
That's right. I got a question for both of you guys though. So like just knowing like both of you guys' character, I know this for a fact that you guys probably had a relationship like this. All right, so like, have you guys ever had a relationship where you guys have been like the positive light, and you guys, and sometimes like with positive people, somebody that's been hurt has tried to latch on to you, and now you have that empathy or that that love for that person where you like get into a relationship, but you're always giving your energy to try to like pull them up.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You go ahead, cause look, we need some clips of Uno J, man.
Oh man. Yeah. I can name two situations.
And then why did you stay?
So first, yes, they told me they had issues in their family. You know, I don't. Okay, so one, they were they didn't live with their family. I should say it like that, or they didn't know who their family was, the real family. So I felt for that. I know who my family is. I came in a good family. I got both my parents. I got a great support system, but they don't. So like I was trying to help them. They're like, yeah, is there anything that we could do? And they're like, are there any outcomes, like, or anything that we can, like, spend time with each other. So I used to take them everywhere. I was taking them to restaurants, showing them like, things that you could do, like trying to support them and showing there's better ways. But instead of like growing with me or trying to heal, they would just try to like, I guess, push away because they weren't ready for that or they're not used to that. So they're just like, you're too good for me, or I don't deserve this. I don't deserve you. So
Tugging back on your like heartstrings, huh?
yeah. So then it's kind of like the second one, like she said, like
Second one.
yeah.
Oh, it's another one.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So the second one, like,
He was gonna slide that in there.
Both of them.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The second one was it was good. It was more so I learned more about like setting boundaries. Like I will just keep giving myself, but at the same time, if you're not getting anything back, you need to like set boundaries because, like, I don't know. I always like, oh yeah, I'm willing to help, but if they're not willing to help you, like, what you getting out of this? So the second one, like, she was good. She was good, but she just been through a lot of pain, and she wasn't trying to be open with me. So, like, open-minded, like trying to grow with me, but she wanted me to like fully commit to her, if that makes sense. Like, she wanted me to marry her and like do things, but she wasn't trying to open up. Like, she had a wall, and she said I couldn't get past that wall. So she said, like, I don't want.
So she didn't want you to heal her. She just wanted you to like comfort her.
She wanted me to heal her, but she said you're getting too close to me.
But
Like,
that's not healing now.
Well, I guess that's how she said it. She said, like, so first she said I used to drink every day. I don't drink every day. I've been going to church. Like, things are changing. I've never been as close with anybody.
Oh, and that's like thanks to your like lifestyle and your light.
Yeah, you could say that.
So you were bringing her to church, and then
Yeah.
you was on her about her drinking.
I didn't really say nothing to her about her drinking. She did it on her own.
Okay.
Because she used to have a bottle by her nightstand every day. She said, I haven't drank that since I started talking to you. So then I was like, oh, okay. So she stopped drinking. She used to vape. I was like, you should stop vaping. She used to blow it in my face and say, I'm not stopping. She stopped vaping. I was like, okay.
Wait, she would like blow it in your face.
Oh man. So let me tell you something, though, brother. Like, oh no. Oh man.
Oh boy.
Thank God for patience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow. So it sounds like you like really like started to like turn her life around.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then she was just like, I'm not used to this, so you're getting too close. I never felt this way before, so I'm too scared. Basically, she was too scared to like let me get closer.
Okay.
She said this is like far enough.
Based on like whatever trauma happened to her.
Yeah, in
With
the
like
past.
letting somebody get too close, probably.
Yep.
Okay. And then how did you take that? Did you like walk away, or did you try to like go like get closer?
No, when she said, I mean, there's nothing I could really do. It's like, after she said that she didn't want to talk to me because, like, well, she didn't say she wanted to. Later on, I found out that's the reason, because she told me later on. But at the time, she was, like, trying to push me away, trying to curse at me and saying, like, she didn't want to talk to me at the time. I'm like, where's this coming from? We were just talking every day. So just like she was trying to make stuff hard that I didn't want to talk to her. But she was saying like, that's the reason why is because you was getting too close to me. And I never felt this way, and she was scared. But yeah.
So what ended up happening? Like, did you walk away or did you
Yeah,
break up with her?
Nah, I walked away.
You just walked away.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else we can do.
What about you, AJ?
Man, you know what? I think I've been in. I've probably. It wasn't even a relationship, just somebody I was talking to. Because like before, I did get in a relationship and everything. Like I can only date one at a time. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
but I'm just like filling you out. I'm like, okay, I got you and everything like that. But it's not nothing official. We just dating. Yeah, it was somebody out particular. I faintly remember. This is a while ago. But
Faintly
yeah, like
remembering.
she just had a lot going on, and it's crazy because this girl, man, she had a boyfriend.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I didn't care. I'm like, hey, you do whatever you want to do. Early on in my life, I was like that. But later on, I'm like, I'll tell your man if you keep on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, like the only reason why I really stuck around was just for my own personal benefit. I'm not going to, say it on YouTube. But, I'm like, hey, man, hey, long as you serve me up the breakfast,
Yeah. Hey.
But seriously though, like that's why I came up with my ideology of like the fishing pole effect, right? Or the fishing effect. Because a lot of people that don't have that light in their life, or a lot of people that are, they are down and out, they don't have no purpose to live. They do have very good qualities. Like you actually smart, like you actually have things that can push you in the path of success. You got factors about you that can help. So it's like, why are you acting like this? Like, where did you go wrong? And it's so fascinating because I've always been into studying people and understanding why people are the way they are. Like, what got you here? Why are you like this? And it helps me build my own memory and build my own notation, like of people in general. So I was more fascinated more than anything. I know I'm talking smack, but I was fascinated. I'm like, wow, why are you like this? What can I do to change it? Okay, if I try this, will this work? No, that ain't work. I'm like, all right, let me try this. All right, nah, ain't nothing work. I wasn't supposed to be there, for the long run anyways. It was just a learning experience. So that's why. I just thought it was fascinating. That's all.
That's cool. That's cool. Did you feel like they were tugging on to your energy or anything like that?
Absolutely. Because a lot of them, like I would leave them alone, stop talking to them, and they'll still come back anyways. I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with you. Like, they like, well, my such and so in the hospital. I'm like, what they got to do with me? I don't care. I'm not in the hospital. So what you telling me for? So. Yeah, a lot of them, they were utilizing my energy to have some type of hope. Yeah. Because I was always so positive, so vibrant, so full of life, and I always can take them to experience different things. Y'all know the video, but think big. You need to be thinking big. That was always my mentality. Like, I want to show you different things you never experienced. So, a person like that, you ain't got no choice but to pull on their energy.
Exactly.
Now I ain't gonna get into no ism. But no, I ain't gonna take it, but yeah, so a person like that is gonna stick to you for the long haul. So they was definitely pulling on my energy. That's all they had to look forward to.
Exactly.
Now this is not even based on the topic, but I thought about this because I asked this question like on Instagram, and Minister Ola wanted me to ask this too. Shout out to him too. So I asked it. But like basically, how long do you think it should take to like make it official with somebody you're talking to? Like, should it take only a month, 3 to 6 months, or like a year?
Like, when you say official, you mean like boyfriend, girlfriend?
Yeah, like official.
Okay.
I would definitely say, I'd probably say the interim of like 3 months. I'd say like 3 months for sure. That's long enough for you to get an idea of the person.
Yeah.
Like before you make it official with somebody, you definitely want to see them through every season. I got to see you with money. You know, I got to see you broke. I got to see you sad. You know, I got to see you happy. I got to see you through every season before I be like, all right, you know, I'm going to be with her, because you're not dating somebody just to, oh, yeah, I got a girlfriend. You know, we too grown for that.
Exactly.
Like, we're dating to marry, you know, so I got to see you through every season. And 3 months is definitely sufficient, because within a year, you're going to know whether you're going to marry that woman or not.
Okay.
That's right.
So I agree with you. I agree. But I had this girl on Instagram tell me that, you know, she'd rather somebody talk to her and like make it official in a month, because that's showing that they're intentional. I was like, how does that show somebody that they're intentional? She said, because that means they're not playing games, so they make it official that soon. She said, just because you make it official in 3 to 6 months doesn't mean that they're still not playing in your face.
Yeah, she got too much trauma on her back.
Yep.
That's
See?
what it is.
Thank you.
No, that's pure trauma, bro. No, that, you know what? A lot of dudes, then you done gave a lot of dudes chances, or maybe you were with some dudes and they messed it up, you know, and it didn't go nowhere. Because as guys, bro, we can sell a dream. We can sell a dream. You know, we could, girl, I'm going to get you the White House with the white Benz, with the white toes, you know, and you can't give her nothing but Stony Island. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Not the island they was looking
Not
for.
no, but it's close. You stay with me, we're going to get there. But that's absolutely a trauma response. No, as men, we hold the key to marriage. So how you going to sit up here and tell me what time? I'm not on no time limit.
That's right.
I ain't on no time. I wish a woman would. You got this long to be with me or marry me. Well, baby, the door is right there. I promise to God, I will hold it open for you. I promise you I will.
Yeah, I agree.
Nah, yeah, that's not a decision that I would rush.
Yeah.
Just like off of a month, because I wouldn't even feel like, you know, I know him for real. And then like if I'm
exactly what I'm
dating, I'm not spending like a lot of time with you. It's like the time that I have available to get to know you, or that I want to like, you know, see you, as far as like that. But as far as like when I'm making something official, then I'm spending more and more time, and I'm gonna want more and more time, of course, because it's something that we're trying to grow for us as far as like with marriage.
Exactly. I agree with both of y'all. Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, like you're saying, I'm learning more as I ask the questions about like people that are dealing with trauma. And this lady is older. She's like in her 40s or 50s.
So she probably just is like, I want to like get to like the destination as soon as possible.
Probably so, but I also think it is a trauma thing where she's been affected so many times, and she's just like, I just want somebody that's just gonna be there.
Yeah.
And the thing I was trying to explain to her is like, you don't know somebody in a month.
Right.
Just because you like y'all official doesn't mean that they're gonna take you serious.
Yeah.
You don't even know if they're any information about them really in a month. They can hide everything.
Yeah, no.
But she's just saying like, you know, it's no difference between a month and a year, because they can still hide themselves. I'm like, I really can't see somebody hide themselves for a year. You can't hide yourself for a year if you really spend the time with
I'm
somebody.
gonna find out.
You're gonna find out.
You definitely gonna find out for sure.
I'm gonna find out. I'm going through social media stuff. I'm going through. Hey, why I don't never see your friends and your family?
Yeah, that's a little strange, ain't it?
Yeah.
So I'm seeing how the friends act, and you act a little totally different way. But like every time y'all out together, that's a little strange. You know, I'm putting 2 and 2 together. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's some things that you have like from them saying, and it's some things that you just gain along the way.
Man, it's so crazy, bro.
Oh, okay.
It's crazy you say that. You don't really know somebody until, you know, you give it time.
Yeah.
Man, bro, I ain't gonna lie. It was one girl I was messing around with a while ago, bro. Like, you know, and everything was cool. Everything was good. So I would say we had to be talking and messing around for like 2-3 months or whatever. It was like 2 months. And then things start to change. I'm like, you know, we'll have a general conversation. And y'all know me, like, I say what I feel. I say what's on my mind. I don't bite my tongue, you know. And I said something, you know I'll slap you?
Oh.
Whoa.
I said, no, baby girl, I said, we're not going to do that. Like, we ain't going to get physical, you know. Then when I have to, you know, call the police. Yeah, so that was red flag number 1. Then red flag number 2, I must have called her one day or something like that. Now, I know she had kids and everything like that, so I knew, like, you know, the fathers was still around, but that ain't had nothing to do with me.
Right.
You know.
Fathers.
Yeah, fathers with an S. Yeah, with an S. Yes.
Hey,
but hey, I ain't gonna say nothing. Hey, look, but if you know, you know. So, hey, I'm just, you know, hate the game, don't hate the player, but bro, like this girl. So we talking and everything. So she just got out the shower. She like, oh snap. Like, what you mean, oh snap? I heard the door close. She like, let me call you back. This nigga just walked in my house and everything. I say, who walked in your house? She was like, oh, this is my baby daddy. I said, what? He got a key to your house?
Oh,
Oh my God. I was like, ain't no way, boy. You know? So you been hiding this from me for how long now?
Anybody could have slid on you.
Anybody. And then you got the key over here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, bro, what? So that's my thing. I'm not going to your crib. I'm not. I got my own house for a reason.
Yeah.
So you know, if you want to come by, you can come kick it. You bring some static to my house, you know, it's gonna be left right there where it started.
Yeah.
But like, bro, what you mean? Like this dude could just come by whenever he want. You never told me that y'all was playing house. You never told me. I was like, oh man, yeah, that's a little crazy.
yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. You're not gonna find it out in a month.
No, you will never find. No,
Nah, you not.
no. People are good at hiding things
Yeah.
too. You know, they like, nah, he gonna stop talking to me if I.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Yeah, you ain't
Have
lying.
bro get you some food.
Right, you know what I'm
He
saying?
He
Like-
coming through anyway.
Who was dude? Like, who was buddy? You know.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, all that ends. It ends. That's just a thing though. Like when you have another male, like I'm not finna do as much. You know, that it's that thing too. As far
I'm
as
not.
that, yeah, like that's for them to do. I mean, we got a situation that we all know about that's in the church, you know, and then you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay,
talking
okay.
about. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
when the Lord came down on your heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Same
so-
person.
Yeah,
All right, I got you.
And then it's like they can ask, for certain things and everything like that, but it all comes down on what's your man doing?
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is he doing?
What's your man doing?
Absolutely nothing.
Obviously, if you asking me,
Yeah.
bro, that's
Yeah.
tragic. I ain't gonna lie.
It is.
I mean, ladies, y'all gotta know, like, if y'all want something from somebody else, and I mean like another man, it's like you gotta cut ties from the man that you don't have nothing doing. Like if he's not doing anything, he's not bringing anything to your life, or you feel like somebody can do something more, you can't have both. Like men, we're not gonna want anybody to have like both. It's either it's gonna be us or it's not, or we're gonna be like tell him to do it then. It's not gonna be that case. I mean, like if you want somebody like a real like strong man, that's gonna take care of it. Now, if you want somebody that's just like that's okay with just being a placeholder, or okay like with just being like I'm here for like a good time, I'm just trying to you know what the arrangement is, and that's different. I ain't talking about that situation.
Yeah, that's totally
I ain't
different.
talking-
That's totally different.
I'm talking about like if you want somebody to marry, like you gotta have. If you want somebody to marry and everything, you gotta be really available. Don't be like I'm available, but like I still got him here and he doing this and that. But if you can do this and that better, then I'll go with you. Like nah. That's not what it is.
So I had a girl that told me like she was talking to somebody and I was talking to her too.
Yeah.
But she was like, I'll move him out the way if you try to make it official with me.
Yeah, I had
That's
that before.
crazy.
I had that before.
Yeah, you had that too, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, why would I make it official with you?
Yeah.
I make it official with you if you're talking to somebody, like you're saying, you're talking to somebody else, but they're like, I don't think you're serious because like you're not making it official with me. Yeah,
Exactly.
because you having somebody else to.
Exactly.
But the thing to even say that just lets me know that they're trying to manipulate me and trying to.
Right.
That lets me know that's not the right person because they're just trying to rush things because they know you're a better person than the other person. Like you said.
Exactly.
So. Yeah.
Or it could all just be like, a trade up. And it can be a constantly trade up because sometimes they do say how you begin a relationship or how you start a relationship might be the times where how it ends. Because that person really never changes. If they're ready to switch on so-and-so who they made, like who been talking to for like forever, or a long time, then why wouldn't they do the same thing to you?
Right. Right. Absolutely.
You know what's so crazy though? I forgot. I don't know who I was just talking to about this, but the old heads messed the game up. You know what?
old heads messed the game up.
Uncle
Oh, yeah,
them
break
messed the
this down.
game up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The dynamic has shifted so far from traditional to modern. It's crazy because these old. I seen a video on TikTok, and this is how a lot of older guys think. They like, you know what? I got more money than I got time, so I'd rather just pay for it, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, instead of I'm like, come on, bro. So now they looking at us like, oh well, you gotta buy me this and you gotta pay my bills and you gotta do all that. Like, hold on, wait, when did I have to do that? Who said that I had to do that?
So I got Mr. Jones over here.
Yeah,
I'm like, call Mr. Jones then. Don't call me on the first.
bro. Oh my god. And they'll get mad and they'll say some crazy stuff like that. Well, I got dudes lined up that'll do this, that, and the third. Okay, so what you telling me for?
Right.
Because I want you to do it. Why would I do that if you good?
Right.
You good. And you know what? The old heads messed the game up, bro. I'm not paying you for your time. No. I'm not paying you to come outside, Boston Richie type dudes. No, bro, I don't care if you don't come outside. You know, shoot, you should be giving me some money.
And I don't want nothing from you.
I don't want a thing from
I do
you.
out of what I do out of the kindness of my heart.
Right.
But don't start expecting it. Because it was a favor. It was like something that I was doing out of the kindness of my heart, you know, as far as like what God told me to do. But don't start expecting it, because then that's not how I intended to give it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think it's like with that situation, you know, those guys, when they get something, you gotta get something back.
Yeah, you know, return on investment, ROI,
Yeah,
for sure.
You gotta give something back. So that's why they hitting us up, because we don't want nothing back. We straight, like we just gave it to you because, you know, like, here, all right, you show me your bank account. Oh, you $1.57.
Oh, now, okay. Well, that's
Yeah,
tragic
let
and
me
all,
see what
but
I got.
right. You know?
This will get you down the street. Once you get there, call Mr. Jones.
Man, bro.
Nah, I'm playing.
Man. And bro, they done messed the game up so bad, bro.
But the old
so
heads, that's what they
bad.
did. Remember, we've been watching since the 70s, the pimps.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
what was that? Set It Off?
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the bind.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm in the bind,
And they came through, didn't
came
they?
through.
They sure did.
How much you need?
Right. I got it. She slapped the message. Do you know what I had to do to get that money?
Oh, man.
Hey, that's on you. You ain't nobody telling you.
Ain't
to go.
nobody told you to do that. You know what he wanted. You don't call that man.
And you
up.
did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, man.
but see, and that's
Boy
the
took
thing.
that Kool-Aid picture. No, you go ahead.
Right. Nah, man, I'm all right. But and that's the thing, bro. Like a lot of guys, like you don't have to do that, bro. Like even since the time of the cavemen, bro. Like the men were always the ones. We were always available in scarcity, and the strong men. It's not a lot of strong men out here, you know. And it's like men. I don't know why they changed the dynamic. Like you don't have to lead with money, bro. You don't have to. People, if somebody don't like you for who you are, they shouldn't have a space in your life, period.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody that wants me for what I can do for them.
Right.
You know, I don't even care what you can do for me. What can you do for yourself?
That's right.
That's what's more important to a real man. What can you do for you? If you can't do nothing for you, then what am I talking to you for? Because I can have a fun night with anybody for free.
Yeah.
So, okay, I had a roommate, and the way that he would get girls, he would prey on. I'm not gonna say prey. That's a bad word, but like his type was ones that are dealing with trauma or dealing with issues. Like, say for instance, their parents.
There was a lot going on in college.
Oh,
yeah.
man. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It was reckless then.
So, say for instance, a girl, her parents just got divorced. He'll tell her, "Oh yeah, come over to my dorm. Like we could talk about it." And he already knew he was gonna get out of it. He'd get them to start crying. You know, they did what they did. And then he let her leave in the morning.
I mean, hey, some guys get out like that. You know what I mean?
So like, but at the same time, so I'm trying to say like for the trauma part, perspective. So like, how? Okay, because if that's vice versa, if that was a girl that told a guy to come over, and like, I mean, it's less likely. But if a girl told a guy to come over and he was dealing with issues, and then she just like, all right, you can stay over then.
Nah, it's kind of more likely. I ain't gonna lie. Cause they'll show for real. I'm cooking. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
And then you see the bottle come out. You
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's have some accountability.
Okay.
yeah, for real. You know
Because
what I'm
like,
saying?
what time was you coming over to talk about problems? Like, what time was this?
That is true.
And
but-
then what we drinking on top of that? Like, what we washing the problems away too?
At 10 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
Oh, man. Hey, all right, bro.
Okay,
Ain't
so-
nobody stupid.
so it's
yeah.
both ways.
I mean, yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, accountability.
Accountability.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
accountability.
sure.
what
You
was
know.
doing.
but shit.
You can't say you got.
Okay.
Nah, you knew what it was.
Yeah, it's a term for, we call it the pity,
Yeah.
pity P.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Some guys gotta play that card.
Yeah, I mean,
And then some
hey.
girls, they with it.
And the killer part, like, it's like, did nothing get fixed?
No, I did. That's what I'm saying.
Nothing got fixed at
Nothing
all.
got fixed at all.
Your back might got fixed, but ain't nothing. Yeah, y'all ain't changed nothing, bro.
Oh, man.
Nothing at all, man. Nothing at all. Yeah. And then you was in the room to watch it happen, huh?
You're right. Like, and Netflix on too.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the first time I went out, I was like, I'm gonna go. But one time I did. One time I was in the room, and he didn't tell me. Like, I didn't even know she was over there. I woke up. He was like, "Oh, you said you woke up? You said you could have seen something." I was like,
Oh
I don't-
my God.
I did not want to see her or you doing y'all whatever y'all was doing." So
Man.
so I don't mind it.
What you mean? Oh, hey, bro, you gotta get up out of
Yeah,
here.
it seemed like it's something wrong with him now.
Right, you know.
Yeah, it seemed like he was trying to wish.
Right, he like, I was hoping you woke up.
Right.
You want me to see your cheeks, bro? Like, what you want, man?
I couldn't believe it. But
Bro.
he would go to jail. He would smoke weed in the room. He was like, I don't care if I get caught.
I remember him.
Yep. See, you already know. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude was
man.
wild. He was very wild. I could not believe the
Yeah.
stuff. Like, I would wake up, I'll come to my room, and it'd be like 20 people in there,
Yeah.
30 people. I'm like, somebody sitting on my bed. I don't even know them.
They getting it cracking.
Bro, we
No, they just sit there like, oh, what's up? I said,
Yeah.
that's my bed. He's like, oh, my
Yeah.
bad. He said, I can sit here. It just,
yeah, you know how it is with, people that look different than us.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have no consequences.
Right.
They never had no consequences. So it's like when they get into spaces, they like just do what they want. It's no fear because it's like if they do, they just get like a slap on the wrist or something like that. It's not like they going back home. It's like not like they facing like anything real because they're gonna be good regardless. It's not like us where it's like, oh, we can't do that.
Right.
I don't want to go home.
right, exactly.
We still got that
Go
slave
home, boy.
mentality.
Right.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Can't get in trouble now. You's going outside? nah, we like, I'm trying to stay in college, bro. Like,
No,
it's
for
just
real.
all bad.
Yeah, I go back.
Yeah.
Master gonna hurt me.
Yeah. Nah, they like, what, you live a little, Justin. Like, live a little. Like,
Man.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. They don't know those aspects of our trauma. Like, what will happen,
Yeah.
And we know, like, how you could say, like, oh, if I go to war, I know I'm not going to be the same. If I go home from college,
Man.
I know I won't be the same.
I'm coming back. Spirit. Man, what happened?
Man, yeah, we don't see you no more. What happened to him? You only got one child now? Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, we only got one. It didn't work out. It didn't work out. They're like, wait, hold on. He was about 25. Yeah, no.
Life goes on. Nah, you can't do that, bro.
Hey,
Can't.
can't.
But it's crazy. You know what? Man, we gotta bring that Patreon out, y'all. But man, like it's guys, cause I knew guys like that too. That would take advantage of females. Just cause they have problems going on. They're like, oh, you should come over here. And and some dudes they take it a little too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They take it way too far. It's like, bro, just you know, if it happens, it happens. Don't don't try to use that to sneak up on. You know, that's kind of that's bogus.
It is. That's what I'm saying.
That's real bogus. You know,
It is.
Yeah.
some guys, you know.
Yeah, especially if they take it a little further and be like, I'm praying for you. Let's go to the church and let's do this and let's do like prayer sessions. And then whole time they trying to like, you know, undress you, you know?
Yep.
And then they don't invite you to the church no more. And then when you see them inside the church, it's like, oh, man, I done seen that too. Man.
Man, that's hectic.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy.
Yeah. And it's like, they, you know, taking care, like they know like what happened with your last situation with that father and everything. So they start like taking care, you know, of you and everything, and spending time with your child and trying to tell him right from wrong. And the child is like, wow, I never had this father figure before. And then only to like get what you wanted, and then don't do anything to the child, like don't give that relationship to the child no more, and then don't give that relationship to her anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like you got this double like hurt, and then the hole that you left, like you was filling it up, and then you just left it because like you got what you wanted. That's like ultimately like bogus. So I lost like respect for like a lot of people that done that.
But you know, some guys, well, I wouldn't say guys, but some people are sociopaths.
Yeah.
They don't really have a conscience, so they like, that's on her, whatever. Like, and they literally don't feel no way.
Yeah.
You know, us doing the job we do, we have to have empathy. We have to have some type of sympathy.
Yeah.
And otherwise we wouldn't be able to do what we
Right.
do. But a lot of guys don't. And those are the most interesting people, because it's like,
Real.
bro, how do you not feel no way?
Exactly.
You just so dissociated with it.
Yeah, like how?
Don't that eat you up when you go?
Yeah.
Man, no, bro. And you know what? I had a boy that was like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like, you don't feel bad?
Bro, cracking jokes like, yeah, this is what I got her.
Yeah,
I got her.
bro,
Look,
like-
look, I told you. I'm like, what? Bragging rights?
It's great.
You in for bragging rights, bro?
You know what? We definitely gonna have to stretch this to a part 2, because it was something that I wanted to get into
Okay.
that I think would have been a great chunk of this episode. But the trauma that the black church has inhibited on our culture.
Oh, I was just talking to like a girl about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to do a part 2 to this.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I was gonna also ask y'all, what do y'all think about doing? Well, how to handle a toxic house environment too? Like, you know, say for instance, the parents or your family members are toxic. What do you do? How do you cope with that?
Leave. I mean, that's pretty much the only option. So a lot of people, our foundation is already solidified, right? So it's not much you can do to change that. You can talk to people, you know, you can try to make them see the light, but you can't make them see something they're not looking for.
Yeah.
So if you're the eyeball, you know, or the black sheep of that family, and you like, what y'all doing is wrong,
Yeah.
there's no justice there. You just got to let it crumble.
Yeah.
You know, the only way to bring new life is if old life dies.
Yeah. But often in those situations, it's like the analogy of the fish being in water. The fish doesn't know it's in water.
Right.
So with that analogy with those people in that household, they don't know it's toxic until they get out of their environment. Till the fish gets out of the water, and when they can see the water, then that's how it knows it's in water. So it's the only way that they will know, you know, that they're in a toxic situation. And only until they know their situation can they do anything about their situation. You can't do anything about your situation if you don't think or know that you have one.
Right. And that's what I was trying to idealize with that with that death comment, like old life has to die. You know, because then that's when they recognize, like, oh man, we really are messed up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure we know a couple families that, you know, that recognize, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh well. Yeah, so
Yeah.
but what do you do about it? You know, y'all have to kill the pest.
Yeah.
You know, y'all got to figure out how to deal with it. And a lot of times it's traumatic. Man, bro. Oh my God. That's a whole nother sector, because in the black culture, a lot of things happen and we sweep it under the rug. You know, y'all know what Uncle did.
Yep.
Y'all ain't nobody gonna talk about it.
Nobody
You know,
talks about
you
it.
know what Granddaddy did.
Nobody talks
You know,
about
"Nah,
it.
girl, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Boy, hush your mouth.
Yeah.
You know. So
I'm like, these are stories I want to hear.
right, exactly. Why ain't nobody talking about it?
Why? Yeah.
You know what your brother did that got locked up? Oh,
No,
shut up.
what'd he do?
Oh, shut up. No, don't talk about that. And it's so crazy because that's what causes that toxic environment.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, nah.
It's crazy. Yeah, we don't talk about stories.
Don't talk about it at all.
Yeah.
Like those stories and everything. I'm like, man, why does he act like this? Act like what? Nah, he a little off.
Right. Something wrong with
Yeah, he a
him.
little off. Like, what's going on with him? Nothing. And then down the line, he done took a little drugs, so just don't do drugs. I'm like, oh, that's why she always tell me don't do drugs every time I walk out the house. I'm like, I'm going to the park. Don't do
Right.
drugs. I'm going to school. Don't do drugs. I'm
right.
finna get in the car.
I'm drinking water.
Like what? Oh, this is the reason.
yeah.
And you never know. And you never know. And it's just like so many like things too, like just like in our culture that just gets buried. That no one talks about.
Yeah, and that's trauma.
And
It
that's
is.
trauma.
That's what creates
is.
that environment.
Yeah, and we don't we only know the effects. We never know the cause.
Right.
We never know the cause.
We keep so many secrets.
Yeah.
You know, so many secrets that need to
Yeah.
be talked about because it needs to be
Real.
fixed.
That's
Exactly.
what I'm saying. And then, like, think about it too. Like, say for instance, it is a toxic environment, or sometimes it's even a positive environment. The people that are toxic say, "I don't want. Oh yeah, we're not going to associate with them. There's something wrong with them." And they're the ones that's actually better. And then you never see them. You like, why don't I see them? Or it could be vice versa. Like you just like we don't associate with them because that's not a good place for us to go. But it's never communicated why we don't do it. It's just said we shouldn't go over there.
Right. And then to bring like an analogy, where our place is right now as far as minorities, like if we look back in the past and everything, so it was just Juneteenth, we didn't get the same opportunities that everybody else got.
That's true.
So a lot of the opportunities that we have right now that we just got, we just got as far as like a minority, as far as people African Americans, things as far as like going into different neighborhoods, being a millionaire, things of that sort, as far as like opportunities like that, as far as like the athletes and everything. We never had those opportunities. So it's like when people bring it back to like we talk about like slavery and everything, and then other people, they'll be like, oh, why y'all talking about that? That's over with. That's years ago. I'm like, yo, this is still effects till now.
Yep.
It is.
So we got to talk about it.
Yep.
Yeah. Slavery is a lot. And it's not, now that we were actually talking about it, it's not just mental, it's actually physical.
It is physical.
You know, that's why environmental racism exists.
Yeah.
Systematic racism exists.
Exactly.
You know, we still enslaved, we just don't know
Yeah.
it. You know, but
Yeah.
I would say that we have more opportunity now, especially
Yeah.
living in America,
Yeah.
than we did when we was enslaved. Like,
Exactly.
actually enslaved.
Exactly.
You know, we
But-
ain't getting whipped no more. You know.
But look how far we are, though. It's a trillionaire now.
A trillionaire.
yeah,
A trillionaire. We trying to reach millions.
for sure.
And it's a trillionaire. They got billionaires. They got multi-millions. We just trying to reach an M. That's how far back we are.
Like Buddy made that song. I'm just trying to run up a little 2K.
Like, for real.
Hey, we behind,
Hey,
boy.
we behind.
We smoke.
We behind. We behind, man.
And that's, you know what, and that's why I love these conversations, because we have this space to speak Black excellence.
Yeah.
And trauma is something that needs to be talked about in the household. You know, trauma is something that brought our people up out the dirt.
Yeah.
You know, trauma is something that built our culture.
Right.
You know, that's why we got struggle meals. That's why we have free lunch
Right.
at schools, you know, thanks to the
Right.
Black Panthers.
Yeah.
That was trauma.
Yeah.
You know, and this is something that we need to talk about and really
Right.
expound on. And like
Right.
as well, like I mentioned, the Black church.
Yeah.
Like, it's so many negative stigmas around the Black church
Right.
that pushed us away from church.
That's right.
And, you know, and it also developed the stigma of being a cult.
Yeah.
You know, they call the church a cult now. They say we do rituals and all this crazy. Yeah, like we doing witchcraft. I'm like, what?
Witchcraft.
What? And it's only our people. The white,
Yeah.
white people, whatever.
Yeah.
They don't care what we do.
Yeah.
As long as we don't bother them.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
Black folks, we the ones that
Yeah.
always tear each other down.
Yeah. I mean, it's that way because, I mean, it's systematic. Like you said, like systematic. they place things in our neighborhood so that we can tear each other down. So it may look like we just doing it to each other's, but like if you look at it, those liquor stores, are they black people that own those liquor stores?
Nope.
Those drugs and everything, are those black people that's bringing the drugs into the communities, or are they just black people that's selling them? Where are the black people that are getting that that's selling them? Where are they getting it from? So it's like certain things like that. It's like we only see the effects. We don't see the causes. And it's other people that's putting it to us inside our minds, that's putting it inside our surroundings. Like those liquor stores, everything like that, to like make us out of our mind to do things so that we could do things to each other rather than focusing on them.
And you know what's crazy? Another point about systematic racism, it's neighborhoods you can't live in unless you make a certain amount.
Yep.
It's true.
And the thing is, and I believe the statistic is still the same. I just looked it up, but I believe the average black household is only bringing in 55,000 compared to the average white household, which is bringing in 80,000. And a lot of these neighborhoods, they require you to make as an individual at least 40,000 to cover the rent. And it's like, we're not even making that together. So it's like, now what happens to the individuals that can't sustain that? The individuals that they can't afford that. They get pushed somewhere else, you know. Now they on Section 8. Now they on low income.
And they tell
now
you where
we
to
in our
live.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, and now they control what we do.
Yeah.
You know, all because we didn't want to make a change. We just want to blame everybody for our shortcomings.
That's right. That's right.
Why don't we start doing something, standing up and buying back our properties?
Exactly.
You know, buying back our land. We've been here.
Yeah.
You know, they just took it from us and capitalized on it.
That's right. And then what happens if you have a black father in the household?
Oh man.
You don't get any money.
Oh man.
You don't get any money.
You cut off.
They cut you off. Government aid
Yeah.
is getting cut off because you can make it. So that means you got to kick him out the household, and then that's your anchor. That's your anchor. You kicking your anchor out the household just so that so you can have this government aid, so that you can have these government resources that they're trying to give you. But the whole time, like if you would put him into the household, y'all can do far more together.
Exactly.
You can do just by yourself.
And that built our women to think, oh, well, I'm independent. I don't need no man. What you mean you don't need no man in the house?
Exactly.
Why wouldn't you want the full family dynamic? Because your child is going to search for their father.
Exactly.
Therefore, I don't even have to get into statistics or psychology or none of that.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is your child needs both parents.
Yeah.
Because as a woman, you can't teach your son how to be a man. You can only teach him what you expect from a man. And vice versa. Me as a father, I can't teach my daughters how to be a woman. I've never been a woman a day in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why would you want to split up that family dynamic? Because once you take that man out that household, now you can become that woman's leader.
Yeah.
So now the white man is the leader of the household.
Exactly.
Baby, I'll take care of you.
Yeah.
But if that man around, just like we just talked
Yeah, we
about
talked-
earlier,
yeah.
ask Mr. Jones. You know, I bet he can't do it. Yeah, I bet he can't. Yeah, now when you come running back.
I got your groceries. You know,
Yeah.
I guarantee you every week I'm gonna give you a discount off your rent. I'm doing that too.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing all those things for you.
Exactly.
As long as he not there, he can't be there.
Once he come back, oh, you cut off. Oh, don't ask me for nothing.
Nothing.
And I'm gonna make it hard to come back too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You gonna see them taxes and everything. You be like, what? This is what I gotta do. This is what. Yeah. They get scared. And they're like, oh nah, you gotta go again. Not
Man,
even
bro.
knowing. But those are the seeds of trauma that we've been talking about.
Yeah, we got so much more to cover.
We do.
And hopefully we got some more time. I know it was a question that we missed last time that you asked.
Oh yeah.
Somebody
Okay.
asked you,
Yeah. So she asked. All right. So she said that she's been going around her friends, and every time she goes around her friends, she starts acting violent, and what did she say? She said that she starts acting violent. They might do something as far as like getting into it with another group. And she said that she starts drinking, and she said that she's trying to get like on her health conscious and everything. But like if she goes out, she said that they like, oh, you not drinking, you not you not drinking, and then so peer pressures her into like drinking and everything like that too. And then she said, and then if they see like somebody that one of the girls doesn't like, they all can't like them and everything like that. And then sometimes they might get into words, and sometimes it's like physical altercations. But she's saying that when she's not with them, then she doesn't have anything. Like she doesn't do anything, and she doesn't have anywhere to go because she said that those are her friends. So she says, so like she feels like she has to go out with them. And she says, like, when she goes out with them, you know, those things happen, but like it beats the alternative of not doing anything at all. And then she has kids, and she was like, well, you know, then she's like doesn't have much patience for her kids. So she was asking, like, what should she do in the situation? You know, where she feels like she doesn't want to be like without her friends, and then they call her weird and everything, but she knows the effects that's going on isn't the person that she wants to be and the example that she wants to leave for her children.
Well, you know what? It's easy to get out and make friends, especially as a female. Like females love other females. Hey, girl, you so pretty. You so this, you know that. You know, like it's easy to get out there and make friends because once you make that shift within yourself, you can't relate to that group anymore anyways.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna break off regardless. So you have to make that shift within yourself and want to make that shift because what happens one night you go out, you like, you know what? And we all get that feeling, you know, that first thought, like, nah, maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah,
so what if
we
you
do.
go out, you know, and y'all get into it with somebody and one of y'all gets hurt? Or what if you lose your freedom? Now, how much did you just put on the line all because you didn't have no alternatives? You didn't want to be looked at as weird. But I'd rather be weird and free than cool and locked up. You get what I'm saying?
For
So,
sure.
yeah, you know, I know a lot of people, they might be introverted. Like, you know, the person who asked you that, she might be introverted. She might not be trusting of people. She might have trauma on her back to the fact where it's hard for her to mingle with other people. But in turn, you have to think about, okay, what do I have to gain and what do I have to lose? So you got a lot more to lose hanging with this person than you do have to gain. Because obviously they don't care. They out, they turn. You know, they turn. They ready to fight. They ready to turn up, twerk on some headlights. You know what I mean? And you know, you can twerk with your bougie friends if that's what you want to do. You know, but get a new friend group, and they'll show you experiences that you've never seen before or never even thought about doing before. You know.
Yeah, it does seem like they're living with no consequences. They're like not thinking
right.
about nothing. You know?
Just ready to turn up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do they
And
have
go to
kids
jail.
too? Do her friends have kids too?
I did not ask about her friend's kid, like if they had kids. I know she mentioned that she has kids though.
Yeah, you gotta be an example for your kids as well.
Yeah.
If they see you doing that, they're gonna think that's okay down the line. And if you don't want them doing that, you got, like you're saying, surround yourself with new people. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know, but it is hard going out there by yourself. I know, like I do it like pretty frequently.
Yeah, we
because
do it.
you know, I'm always gonna see someone I know, or I'm gonna see somebody that I might want to know. You know, it's just like you know, it's like that could be any aspect, you know. So yeah, it's like I'm cool with it and I can do that, but it's like I know it does take a certain amount of confidence too, especially like if you feel like you get confident by drinking, and then I know a lot of people they're like I don't want to drink alone, and it's like I know it's like new. So I would say like try to experience it like with start small, going to the movie theater by yourself. I would say that. That's like, you know, nobody's talking or anything. It's not like any social anxiety or anything like that. You just sitting, you chilling, watching a movie screen by yourself, enjoying your own company, you know? I would say
Agree.
that. For that person.
Yeah, and if you get locked up, whoever you are, I'm gonna find out who you are, and I'm gonna come down there and say I told you so. So don't listen if you don't want to. You know, that's on you.
It's like I kept it real.
Yeah,
though.
right, but right. Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I got locked
Hold
up.
on, let me get him.
But I kept it real. Nah. I don't know if y'all remember that Dave Chappelle.
The Chappelle Show, yeah. That's one of my favorite episodes, bro.
I don't like people playing on my phone.
All right. When keeping it real goes wrong.
Bro, I'm like, yeah, she cool now, but now your friend got your man and everything
Yo,
while you
man.
locked up.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it's never worth your freedom. Like AJ Productions said, it's never worth your freedom, man. Like, man, if they doing all that too, they probably don't even care about you.
Yeah,
For sure.
they don't.
A definite for sure.
They don't.
Because they don't care about themselves, so why would they care about you?
Yeah,
Right.
You know.
going out and like how Uno J said, got a tweet.
Yeah, like, well, I guess I got a tweet.
You just like, oh wait, hold on, let me
Right,
put the drink
now,
down, man.
I ain't prepared for this.
Nah, we too old. We too
old.
old. We too old for that. And she was, I think she's about 26, 25.
Yeah.
So yeah, we too old. But again, y'all, so we're gonna have this comment section. If y'all can drop something down low, we're gonna definitely talk about y'all comments, y'all questions that y'all like us to answer. Those were two things that we discussed today. So one was you said Mr. Ola. And then another one, I don't know, she might want to stay anonymous, and that's cool too. You can stay anonymous. We won't say your name. We won't name drop or nothing like that. But just know that that's for you.
All right, and then this the last one for y'all, for all three of us.
Okay.
So I want to kind of end it off with what's a message that you want to give the audience from this episode?
Okay. Like one thing that we said that I want them to take away with.
Take away with one thing that you want to take.
AJ, you want to go first?
Oh yeah, I can go. I would definitely say don't run away from your problems. Always deal with it head on because you're not faster than your problems, and you got to understand that the trauma that you dealt with is gonna come out all the time. Like that's your inner child speaking. That inner child is screaming for attention, screaming for help. And what happens when you try to silence a belligerent child? They get worse. They get louder. So you can't combat that. Don't run from your problems. If you know that you have trauma on your back and you can identify it, and maybe it can become deadly, you might have other thoughts or ideations. Deal with it head on and conquer your life. Don't let your life conquer you.
Yeah. And I want to say, like, yeah, to that extent too, like, don't be afraid to like search for help, you know, because we all can't do this by ourselves. And you know, it's always somebody. Like, it could be like in a church. It could be as far as like therapy. It could be as far as like, you know, like having a support system, somebody that you trust to talk to, you know. But that person that you trust to talk to, make sure it's somebody that actually has some skills as far as like with a therapist or something, because you don't want to be guided by a fool, you know. If you guided by a fool, then you're gonna do fool things.
Right.
So be sure that who you've been guided by, and that can go for anything, you know, in that case. But definitely like recognize, you know, do some soul searching, you know. If you've been getting up into toxic situations and everything that we talked about, be like, oh wow, are they talking about me right now?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
We
like,
are.
yeah, if you
For
you need to
sure.
do something then. You need to do something. It was comical like how we were talking though, but like it's a real subject. Like you can't be in toxic situations because you're gonna be 40, 50, and 60 and be like, dang, like I done had all these relationships, but nobody chose me.
Yep.
And that's the reason why. You gotta choose yourself.
For sure.
Absolutely. And that ends up another episode.
You was gonna talk.
Oh, I was gonna say
He's
something.
ready to get up
You was
out
gonna
of here.
talk.
You gotta leave him with a message
Oh
too.
yes. So the message is basically, you know, with AJ Productions.
Now you talking now.
Now you smooth.
JD, you know,
Come on
what
with
they
the Barry White.
No, but for real though, like you guys should communicate. Like, if you have issues, you should communicate that with someone that you trust, and don't be fearful. Like, don't hold on to your trauma if you don't have to. Well, you shouldn't ever hold on to your trauma, but really don't hold on to it because it's only going to hurt you internally and externally with your future relationships and in your life. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. But that's another episode of Culture Shift. You know.
Okay, great. And we got